at war, and now you're fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. It's time that you know. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Red alert, John, shine a light down. On the front lines of my mind now.
you smell what the Rock is cooking?
In my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior. To love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Wrestlemania Jones, and we are here for the third night in a row to bring you the third and final part of Wrestlemania weekend.
Yes, the Showcase of the Immortals is this Sunday.
For the second time in 4 years, WrestleMania returns to New Orleans and the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
And no, not the Silver Dome.
Yes, Mr. Hogan, that was a bit of a botch on your part. Are we allowed to say Hogan? In any event, we have got 13 matches to get through, so we better get started.
Yes, we better.
3 matches will take place on the kickoff show, and they will be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which incidentally started 4 years ago when WrestleMania was first at the Superdome. And so far we have 19 confirmed superstars taking place, in both members of the revival of Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, former winners Baron Corbin and Mojo Rawley, the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, the Woken Matt Hardy,
I will delete you.
the Mr. I don't know what to do with myself Dolph Ziggler, both members of Breezango, of Fandango, and Tyler Breeze. Will it be a Shattered Dreams Productions with Goldust? He's got kids, he's Heath Slater.
He definitely had kids.
Will he be able to gore his way to victory? Miss Rhino.
Who knows? Maybe able to.
He once won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, only to lose it 24 hours later. Zack Ryder.
Yes. Hopefully not even on strike once.
Making a return to the WWE after quite a while out, Primo Cologne. Coming from out of nowhere, or shall I say the depths of hell, is Kane.
Yes, looking forward.
Kurt Hawkins,
He carries on his losing streak.
if he's actually still alive after being slammed backstage by Strowman.
Ouch.
Both members of American Alpha 2.0 in Shelton Benjamin and Chad Cable.
Yes.
And the man who is known for being the personal ring announcer for Rusev, Aiden Inglis.
At the moment, can't speak.
Along with the Andre Vagina Memorial Battle Royal, we will have a women's Wrestlemania Battle Royal, because what's good for men is good for the women, as we have found out with women's Iron Man matches, women's Hell in a Cell matches, women's Money in the Bank, and more recently women's Royal Rumble and women's Elimination Chamber. However, this one did have a bit of controversy, because this was originally going to be named the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. However, that stirred up a whole ton of controversy from WWE fans, because the Fabulous Moolah has a lot of controversy in her background. So, in effect, I think the story is that WWE listened to their sponsors when the sponsors received notice from fans, and they agreed to just change the name to just the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Now, what I don't get is why it was not the China Memorial Battle Royal, because we already have Andre the Giant, who's the 8th wonder of the world, and China was the 9th wonder of the world, so you would think that would make more sense, but oh no, WWE has their own way of doing things. In any event, so far we have 14 superstars confirmed to be taking part in this battle royal, starting with the Boss, Sasha Banks,
Involved in a fair few controversy with one of the superstars.
former SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch, member of the Riot Squad Liv Morgan, Feel the Glow with Naomi, the Queen of Hearts, Natalia,
Okay.
leader of the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott,
The second rip-off of the Solution.
also a member of the Riot Squad, Sarah Logan, everyone's favourite huggable woman, Bailey,
Who has been involved in a fair few controversies as a play Sasha Banks.
Mrs. Rusev Day, Lana, who why she's in here I don't know, because she can't wrestle.
True though.
Members of Absolution, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Mickey James, who we will get into a little bit later for something else, Miss Money in the Bank Carmella, who we will also discuss a little while later, and from Timeless Worldwide, Dana Brooke.
Yes.
Expect a few surprises in both of these battle royals, as well as some faces from NXT. Along with these two matches, we have a third match on the kickoff show, which started with the firing of our good old friend Enzo Amore.
Yeah. Who is no longer seen.
Enzo Amore was fired / released, to put it politely, due to sexual assault allegations before the Royal Rumble, before his scheduled defense of the Cruiserweight Championship against Cedric Alexander, which forced a bit of reshuffle. Drew Metallic, what's his name? Yeah, Drew Metallic was named as 205 general manager, and then announced a tournament to name a new Cruiserweight champion, with the final taking place at Wrestlemania. In the first round, we saw Cedric Alexander defeat Glenn Metallic. We saw GJP defeat former United Kingdom champion Tyler Bate. We saw former Cruiserweight champion and United States champion Kalisto defeat Vince Dorado. We saw Roderick Strong defeat Hideo Itami. We saw Akira Tozawa, also a former Cruiserweight champion, defeat Wales' own Mark Andrews. We saw Drew Gulak defeat Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy. We also saw Buddy Murphy defeat Ari Daivari, and then Mustafa Ali defeated the gentleman Dak Callahan. In round 2 of what is known as the quarterfinals, Cedric Alexander defeated GJP, and Roderick Strong defeated Kalisto to set that up for the semi-finals. And then Drew Gulak defeated Mark Andrews, and Mustafa Ali defeated Buddy Murphy to set up that match for the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, Cedric Alexander defeated Roderick Strong, and Mustafa Ali defeated Drew Gulak, setting up the finals as Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. Considering he was pretty much robbed of his match at the Royal Rumble, I would say the favourite to win is Cedric Alexander. I would prefer this match be on the main card because it's the final of a tournament. You can have a new champion crowned. But we've got so much to discuss on the main card anyway. Also worth noting, before we go over to the main card, the good old commentary team of good old JR, Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler will be on commentary for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament Final. And the Mrs. R superstar Beth Phoenix will be on commentary for the women's Battle Royal match.
Yes, she will be. But now, we're going to head to the main card.
The main card, we shall begin with a discussion of a rematch from the main event of WrestleMania 31, when the Beast and the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar defends the championship against Roman Reigns.
Now, how did this rivalry all come about?
Well, Brock Lesnar's been Universal Champion for just over a year now. This came about, well, technically it started 2 years ago at WrestleMania 31. No, 3 years ago, sorry, at WrestleMania 31. But back at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, there was an Elimination Chamber match to see who would become the #1 contender for the Universal Championship and receive the reward / punishment of facing Brock Lesnar and get a one-way ticket to Suplex City at WrestleMania. Despite that match being more or less the Braun Strowman show, the eventual winner of the match was Roman Reigns, and you can imagine the crowd was not too happy about that.
Yes, I understand that.
However, over the past few weeks, Roman Reigns has been basically calling Brock Lesnar a part-timer, which he is.
True.
Saying that he gets special treatment, which he does.
Yeah, statement.
And saying that he has no respect for the business, which I wouldn't say is necessarily true. But in any event, this resulted in him getting storyline suspended.
Not actually. No.
Then he appeared / intruded on an episode of Raw, and Kurt Angle had a bunch of security guards place him under arrest. That was when a problem arrived, because he was handcuffed in the ring when Brock Lesnar's music would hit. And yes, he got a one-way ticket to a little place called Suplex City.
Yeah, and a steel chair shots.
As if that wasn't bad enough, the following week he got some more punishment delivered to him with an F5 on the steel steps.
Bear with me. 1, 2, 3. Ouch.
And then, just when it looked like this past Monday, just when it looked like Roman Reigns might actually get some momentum, because Kurt Angle had put some guys to be the fence to stop them from coming to blows, they walked off after pointing out that Lesnar's a part-timer. So, the fact that brawl ensued, Brock Lesnar, was hit with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Superman punches.
Yes.
But that is when Roman Reigns made the mistake of picking up the Universal Championship and looking away, only to be hit with an F5 and to be left lying in the ring. Now, as much as certain people may not want to hear it, here I say the beast will fall and the Roman Empire will rise as we crown a new Universal Champion.
I absolutely agree with you there.
That will be the main event match of Monday Night Raw. The main event match of Tuesday Night SmackDown will feature a dream match.
Oh, yes.
This match took place in New Japan Pro Wrestling at the Tokyo Dome once, and now, no matter where you are, this match has been in the making pretty much since both superstars signed for WWE. The phenomenal AJ Styles will defend the WWE Championship against the winner of the 2018 Royal Rumble match, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, here we have some very interesting statistics.
Oh, yes.
In the 33 past WrestleManias, the WWE Championship has changed hands a total of 21 times, including twice in one night back at WrestleMania 9. That does not bode well for AJ Styles. Also, the WWE Championship has not been successfully defended at WrestleMania since WrestleMania 28, when it was successfully defended by CM Punk. Sorry, Mr. McMahon.
Sorry.
However, if my history is correct, the last person to win the WWE Championship at their first WrestleMania was Brock Lesnar when he defeated Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19 15 years ago. And this will be Nakamura's third championship match for the WWE Championship, whilst we all believe that he should have beaten the yesterday's make-believe Maharaja Jinder Mahal when that disgrace of a man was WWE Champion. I would like to think that this is the time for Nakamura to become champion, because Styles isn't going to be hurt by losing the championship here. He's had a healthy run as champion, and Nakamura is showing improvement, and this will show what he can do. Next, we go back to Monday Night Raw with a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Now,
When the new father, The Miz, defends the championship against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Now this I could see going in multiple directions. They could keep the championship on The Miz, because they really can have every championship change hands at WrestleMania. If the championship is won by Seth Rollins, I believe he will join the group of Grand Slam champions. And Finn Balor hasn't really done anything much, or they haven't done much with him since he came back from his injury following becoming the first Universal Champion.
So, who do you see walk out WrestleMania?
On a personal note, I would like to see it go either to Seth Rollins or Finn Balor, probably more to Finn Balor than Seth. If The Miz does lose it, it could be an indication that WWE are going to give him some time off to spend with his wife and newborn child.
True.
Now, speaking of Grand Slam champions, we switch back to SmackDown, where the newly crowned Grand Slam champion, Randy Orton, will defend the United States Championship in a fatal four-way match against the former champion Bobby Roode, who was put into this match because he issued his rematch clause. Jinder Mahal was then added into this match to make it a triple threat match after stirring up some heat and victories over Randy Orton. But then, 2 weeks ago, after pinning Randy Orton in a tag team match, this became a fatal four-way match with the inclusion of Rusev. The question now is, will Wrestlemania become Rusevmania?
No.
See, I do not think that Randy Orton really needs to hold on to the United States Championship. I said it at Fastlane and I'll say it again. I think they only put the title on him because it's the one title he hasn't held in WWE.
True.
Bobby Roode, you could put it back on him, but he's been a bit iffy as of late. I could, and it probably is one of the best in odds, see them put the championship on the yesterday Maharaja Jinder Mahal. Or they could put the championship on Rusev and capitalise on how over this whole Rusev Day thing has been. Either way, I think we are more likely to see a new champion crowned in this match than we are in the Intercontinental Championship match. So next, we go back over to Monday Night Raw, when Alexa Bliss defends the Raw Women's Championship against her former friend Nia Jax. Now, on paper, there is absolutely no way that Nia Jax can lose this match because it's David versus Goliath, and the size difference is just too much. However, there is a possibility of them doing a interference finish where Mickie James, who has allied herself with Alexa Bliss, gets involved. There is also the possibility of them doing a count-out or disqualification finish, in which I really do not want to see at WrestleMania. At certain pay-per-views I will accept a disqualification and count-out victory, but not at WrestleMania.
Same. Still think
Then we go back over to SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. It's the Empress of Tomorrow versus the Queen, when Asuka challenges Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Asuka was the winner of the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, and is probably likely to win this match because she is undefeated.
Yeah.
However, there is a discussion here because lingering in the background, and maybe still lingering in the background on the Raw Women's Championship as well, is Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella.
in recent attempts of uncashing Charlotte.
From what I've heard, that the rumours are saying that Asuka will win the match against Charlotte. Carmella will attempt to cash in but lose. And the rumours are also saying that Asuka wins this match, holds on to the SmackDown Women's Championship until WrestleMania 35 and defends it against a certain someone by the name of Ronda Rousey.
We will get to later on.
Going back over to Raw, we have a Raw Tag Team Championship match with Cesaro and Sheamus defending against Braun Strowman, and we have no idea.
Yet to be announced.
Yeah, Braun Strowman won a tag team battle royal to earn a shot at the Raw Tag Team Championships by himself,
Yes, I know.
but has been told that he needs to find a tag team partner. Who that tag team partner is, we could not for the life of you tell him. That will be revealed in just 2 days at WrestleMania. Going back over to SmackDown, we have a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, when long-term rivalries are renewed with the Usos taking on the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers. Now, the Usos and the New Day went at each other for most of last year. They had a match at Fastlane which was interrupted by the Bludgeon Brothers. And now they will go head to head in a triple threat tag team match for the tag team championships. Now, if I know the rules correctly, in a triple threat tag team match, it's the same as a normal triple threat match for a team to gain pinfall, submission wins, but you don't have to tag your own partner to become a legal man. I would say the winners of this match are probably going to be the Bludgeon Brothers. Next, we go back over to Monday Night Raw. Competing at his first WrestleMania in 12 years, since WrestleMania 22, is the headliner of last year's Hall of Fame, Kurt Angle, and he will be teaming up with the debuting Ronda Rousey to take on the team of Triple H and competing at WrestleMania for the first time, Stephanie McMahon. Now, I'll keep this short. Triple H has the worst losing record in WrestleMania. There is absolutely no way, in my opinion, that Ronda Rousey will lose her first match involved in the WWE ring. If she does, they're crazy. And then, finally, going back to SmackDown, competing in his first match in 3 years, just under 3 years, and in 2 years since being told he had to retire, Daniel Bryan returns to in-ring competition, teaming up with Shane McMahon to take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who were fired from TV following an attack on Shane McMahon. And if they win this match, they will be rehired to SmackDown. If not, they'll remain fired. Now, I can't decide where this is going to go. For a nagging feeling, I have a heel turn written on this match, but whether it's Bryan or Shane, I can't decide. And I think if Owens and Zayn lose, then they'll probably go over to Raw following WrestleMania. And are WWE really going to have Daniel Bryan lose his first match back after coming out of forced retirement? And especially when that match is at the Superdome, which started the whole movements to us. Wrestlemania. So those are 13 confirmed matches to take place on the WrestleMania card and kickoff show. For one match we have that is not officially confirmed yet, but is more than likely than not to happen, is a match between John Cena and The Undertaker. John Cena has called out The Undertaker several times over the past few weeks, has decided to insult the dead man on multiple occasions. Big mistake. It will be interesting to see how they work this match into a card, because John Cena has said he's going as a fan, whether they have him come down and just get into the ring and to cut one more promo, or whether he's in the crowd and then Undertaker's music hits or something. We'll find out in any event. That is the set card for WrestleMania. We just have 48 hours away from the kickoff show taking place, and then 50 hours before the main show takes place. Enjoy, and we shall see you next week for the results. He's been Sean Randy Smith, and I've been Lisa Rock Jones.
Join me WrestleMania.
And join us next week, where we will hopefully bring you the results to WrestleMania 54.